Anthony Hertwig here with a Springfield softball player profile. We're joined by senior Hannah Stouffer. Hannah, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. You are a senior, and one of the things I want to know is what's it like to kind of be a senior and going through all these lasts that you're going through and the emotions that senior year can bring?
Feels a little weird, like I'm ready for it to be over, but at the same time, looking back, like these 4 years of softball went by really, really fast. And I'm just looking back on everything, like every memory that I've had, and it's definitely something I'm going to miss.
We get to talk to a lot of seniors over the years, and we always ask them, what the mindset is. Are you feeling like a senior already, or are you trying to not feel that way so you can just play softball this year? What side of the fence are you on?
I feel like I'm on the edge of the fence. I feel like I'm in the middle. Like I'm committed to college, I know what I want to do, but also at the same time, like, do I really want high school to be over? Like, it's not something I'm ready to let go of yet.
What are going to be some things that are running through your mind this year when you have, your last time against this team and last home game and eventually, hopefully not for a while, hopefully you make a deep run, but last game, what are going to be some of the things that they go through your mind in that moment?
Um, I'm not really sure. I feel like I take softball for granted, and every like person who's on the softball team, I feel like they're gonna be going through my head. Like I don't want to let them down. So I feel like we just hopefully have a good run this year.
You've already gone through a senior year, you're a soccer player as well, correct?
Yes.
So what did that prepare you for emotions that you're gonna feel during softball? You think what was it like going through senior year in soccer?
I feel like it definitely prepared me. Soccer was something that I definitely wasn't ready to let go of, and I look back on it all the time. And, like I miss it more than anything. I feel like softball will be the same way. Like just leaving all the girls behind, knowing like the bonds and friendships that I'm also letting go of. It's definitely gonna be sad, but I feel like I'm ready to move on to the next chapter of my life eventually.
Senior year also comes with a lot of leadership. There's a lot of responsibilities put on your shoulders as a senior. Talk about that and what it's been like to transition into a leader and what it feels like this year to kind of have more responsibilities.
Feel like I've had a little bit of leadership experience with soccer, but we're definitely like me and my other senior Olivia Allen and Sarah. We're definitely someone people look up to. Like we always have to have a good attitude. We always have to be in the right mindset. Like if we do something like that makes the vibe off, then everyone's off. So definitely something that like we always have to be prepared and ready to play so that everyone else is.
How would you describe your leadership qualities? What kind of things do you think you bring to the table as a leader?
I feel like I'm very encouraging. I'm a very encouraging person. Like you do something wrong, like you're fine, pick your head up, you got it next time. I feel like I'm someone always like you could come talk to. I feel like all the underclassmen are always come talking to me about something. Like everyone, I feel like I'm someone people can look up to. So
Now, in my experience, people like that are that are the person that everyone can come to once had someone like that in their life that they could go to when they were younger. Who is that for you? Who are some people that when you were a younger player that you were able to go to and learn how to be a leader from?
I feel like my biggest person was when I was a sophomore. She was my senior. Her name was Gianna Pacuda. She now goes to Kent State. Really, the bond we had together was amazing, and I miss her every second I play. Like I'll step out on the field, and it feels a little different that she's not there. But she was definitely someone I looked up to, especially all the seniors that year. We had Hallie McCalla, Madison Lesnack, Emily Gerthung. Like they were just their bond they had that created such a special team was something I would look up to, which made me strive to be like them.
We talked to your coach last week, and one of the things he talked about was how dedicated the team looked this year to try to have make this year special. Talk about kind of the off season work and some of the things that you've done personally to try to turn things around this season and go out with a bang your senior year.
I feel like the biggest thing we've done this year is mindset. Our mindset is everything. Last year we went 2-18, so we were hoping that this year going into it, if our mindset was better, we'd play more as a team together. We've had off season workouts probably since November, two times a week, I think. Hoping that the younger girls show up so they get a little bit more experience and get to know us as players and people. So I'm hoping that like all of our hard work off season transfers to the on season.
Do you have any personal goals this year that you want to accomplish? Things that are on your checklist?
Win games, really, just winning games.
When you think about that goal, just win games. I love it. It's short, it's simple, it's easy to remember, right? What kind of things do you think you can do on the field, best to help your team win games?
Honestly, I think it's just keep everyone positive. Make sure we make our easy plays. Make sure we hit the ball, getting on base, running in, and then just staying together as one big team.
Let's talk about this coaching staff. You've been with them for a little bit now. What's it mean to you to be coached by them, and what kind of things have you learned about softball and about life from your coaches?
They're definitely people I look up to. I feel like all three coaches we have Randy Lesnack, Sam, and then Coach Rabowski. I feel like they're definitely people we look up to. Like if you have a problem, it's easy to go talk to them. Um, I feel like they expect a lot from us, and that's true because we could be a good team, and they're just people that like I really appreciate that they don't understand.
All right, let's talk about senior year in the classroom. I know senioritis has to be kicking in by now, right? So
Well,
you're a
that
couple of months. What's it like trying to fight that off? I mean, how many classes do you have left? Are you pretty much done with the hard work, or do you still have some stuff that you have to get the hard work in?
I have a little bit more hard work left. I took the honors classes last year, so now I'm just taking the regular like classes that need to be taken in order for me to graduate. Senioritis is definitely a hard thing. It kind of sucks going to school every day and then just having to think about the idea of like keep going and going to practice. But you know what? It happens and it's okay.
You talked about being ready for that next chapter. What is the next chapter for you? What do you have in the future after you graduate high school?
I plan on going to YSU for nursing, and then eventually I'm going to reapply for the CRNA program. So
What made you want to go down that career path of nursing and go to YSU to major in that?
definitely my mom. My mom works at the hospital. She works in the medical field. She's just really inspired me to like take control, and I love taking care of people. Like right now, I actually work at a nursing home, so it's just something I want to continue doing.
What kind of things do you look forward to the most of the next chapter life? Being in college, having that kind of a college experience.
Honestly, just branching out. I feel like we have such a small school. It'd be like it's nice to meet like new people, and I feel like I need a change of scenery for a little bit.
Are you gonna stay at home, or are you gonna actually try to live on campus at YSU?
I'm staying at home.
All right, so you don't have to worry about all the life skills that
Nope.
you'd have to worry about if you left the nest. But I'm still going to ask this question because I think the parents kind of like it when we ask it. What are some things that like your mom and dad do for you every day that you would, when you do eventually leave the house because you'll eventually move out? What's something that like you think you take a little bit for granted that you're gonna have to learn how to do before you leave?
I feel like definitely just my parents like being there. My parents are like I go to my mom for everything. My mom's always there. I always talk to her. Definitely my dad filling up my gas tank. That's gonna be a rough one when I move out.
That's kind of a big one, right? You kind of need gas in that tank. What about laundry? I mean, are you do you do
I do
your own
my own
laundry?
laundry.
Okay. What about cooking? Like, do you cook yourself?
Sometimes like my mom on like the stove, she's always baking something sourdough. She loves to bake sourdough. My dad on the grill. Definitely have to learn how to grill my own steaks.
What's your favorite like home cooked meal?
Hmm. My mom makes these like fried potatoes, and my dad when he cooks his steak, they're so good together.
Let's talk about when you graduate. You walk down the aisle, you get the diploma, you get to be real reflective and think about your career at Springfield, whether it be in the athletics or in the school. In the school, what are some things that you're really proud of that you've been able to accomplish or do while you've been a student in Springfield that you're gonna look back on even maybe 5 or 10 years from now and say, I'm really proud that I was able to do that and accomplish that.
I feel like my academics, like it's I feel like people overlook how hard it is to be in a sport and take hard classes at the same time, and how I've like found a way to like time manage and be able to keep up with it.
What's your GPA at right now?
GPA is a 3.97.
Oh, I mean, that's awesome, but I mean, it's a buggy that you missed that 4.0 by like three
A little
tenths of a
bit.
point.
Geometry
What
was not my cup of tea.
you just answered my question. What was the class that kept you out of that? It was
It's
geometry, huh?
geometry.
What other classes are kind of your favorites? The ones that I don't want to say were easy, but it came a little bit more natural to you.
I feel like math. Like I'm not other than geometry, like any algebra class, like I feel like those just come easy. I like math. I also really like science, chemistry, and physics with Miss Sole. I really do enjoy taking her classes.
Well, it's a good thing that you like science because you're going to get a lot of that in the nursing, right? There's going to be a lot of
Definitely.
biochemistry you're going to have to learn. One of the things I want to get to know you a little bit off the field. What are some things that you do from like hobbies or things that you do to relax or enjoy outside of sports?
I know this sounds really weird because I feel like most kids don't do it, but I really enjoy like reading. I don't know.
That's not weird. Don't let people shame you. Reading is read. People out there, read a book. It's good for you. What are some of your favorite books? Favorite genres?
I feel like horror. I'm really into like horror. Like if you don't catch me reading, I'm watching some kind of true crime documentary on Netflix. So
What was the last one you watched?
the last one I watched, I think it was called American Murder. It was on Netflix. I just watched it yesterday, actually.
The one about Gabby Petito?
I did watch the Gabby Petito one a couple weeks ago,
See, we're on the same wavelength right now.
and I watched the Ruby Frankie one.
Yep. Oh. When you watch that kind of stuff, I mean, really, does that kind of like, because you're about to go into the next chapter of life where you become a little bit more of an adult, does that make you a little bit like uneasy about leaving the safety of kind of high school life?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like my parents have raised me to the point where I'm like independent, but I also like there's some things that I rely on them for, so I feel like I'm gonna be okay. But I don't know. I feel like life in general is just scary.
When we're talking books, every English class you have to read some kind of books. What's been your favorite book that's been assigned as a class assignment?
So I actually take CCP right now. So my favorite book probably read through CCP was we just read The Coming of Age in America. It was a bunch of little short stories.
All right, that's awesome. I don't think I've read that one, but I'll put it on my list for sure. So one more thing about books, because the big debate when a movie comes out that's based on a book, is it usually better than the book and the movie, or do you think you're someone that kind of 50-50, sometimes the movie's better?
50-50. Definitely 50-50.
Okay, because you said that, you got to give me one instance where the book's better than the movie, and then flip it, one instance where the movie's better than the book.
Okay, I think the book is better in It Ends With Us.
Okay.
The movie was okay. And then The Hunger Games.
All of them? Because some people are like the first one, then they got away from the books, but all the Hunger Games or just the first one?
I think it's just the first one.
There you go. That's right on line with me. One of the things that we like to do to end these player profiles every time is we want to give the player the chance to shine a light on the people in their life, their support system, and the people that have led them along the way. So I want to give you the time to do that now and give some shout outs and thank yous to the people in your life that you think deserve it.
I'm going to shout out to all my coaches, my parents, my grandparents. My grandma is actually one of my biggest supporters. My boyfriend, all the teachers throughout the years, and then definitely the rest of my teammates.
Hannah, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us about your senior year. We wish you the best of luck this year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.